Hello, and this is Jim from Tech Fuzz, and we are going to have a series of looking back at some old phones. Some people have requested because I have an extensive collection, and the first two today are the N-Gage and the N-Gage QD. If you are a gamer, you'll probably remember these. These were a mobile gaming device, but you could also use it as a standard phone, albeit the buttons might be in a awkward position, and particularly for texting and so on, it wouldn't be so easy, but that's how things were. And if you remember, then the N-Gage platform moved on to N-series devices and so on, like the N81, etc. Again, we'll look at that later on. So we also have some games here that haven't been even opened yet, still sealed. So I think we'll start off with one of those and show you what the package contained if you are not familiar. So it came with a hard plastic here, so obviously these hung on a shelf perhaps, or whatever the case was. And also it had our security seal here. This is MotoGP. The other games that I have here are FIFA 2004, which we have on this, we'll show you in a moment. We've Rayman and Tony Hawk Pro Skater, so good games at the time. And let's get this opened. We'll just pop that there. So when you opened up the package, you'd be presented with a book here with plenty of information and all the pages in colour as well, which is something you don't see too often these days. But again, the likes of this is slightly fading away, and then again, people don't tend not to read them in the first place. You also got a storage box here for the game with Nokia N-Gage on it there, and of course the game itself, which was like the old MMC cards. So this is what we were looking at back then. And for an example here, in our other game here, the N-Gage QD, is slide them in, and the process was the same here. You'd have your SIM card in here and the game in here, like so. Excuse me. So we had the Symbian operating system on here. We've got our multi-directional navipad here and the rest of our controls here, and they're all backlit. You might be able to see a bit of light there. And this is your call and hang up key for phone calls. And you'd have your menu key here, clear key here, back key here, edit here, and our typical number layout here. So if you were to go into the menu, you'd be presented with such. So you'd have your contacts, telephone, calendar, extras, media, messaging, tools, profiles. Again, these were a phone that had profiles, so you could personalize your profile by changing from general, silent, meeting, outdoor, page, or offline. So that was a pretty cool thing back then. And of course our game is here. In the extras, we've got clock, notes, apps, to do, favorites, log, calculator, converter, and help. And you know, there was enough on the phones like back then. We'll check the tools. The tools had a settings, a manager, Bluetooth, speed dial, call alert, voicemail, fixed dial, SIM direct, service numbers, and memory, and so on. So there was quite a lot going on these phones back in the time, and they were pretty cool indeed. So if we go into the game itself, this is the game here. And by no means I was a footballer or am today, but we'll just show you what the startup was like. We'll just get over it all together. So if we open up the game from beginning, you see the process, the loading process and so on. So you get started with the graphics there. Pick your language. And you get your license information and all here. So then from here you can pick your friendly, multiplayer or quit. So we'll just give you a quick start up and just get the game running. And that's pretty much it for this particular phone. Now, if you also remember, a lot of these old Nokia phones wouldn't allow you to start up a device unless you had a SIM. So we're going to take the SIM out of this and pop her in here, and we'll have a quick look at this phone as well. And as I said, we have a load of these phones to check out and check back on what we've had over the years. I have a massive extensive collection. This one's slightly different, but we'll talk more about that in the next one. And we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.